Okay, so today we're going to make a histogram using Tableau. The first thing I want to do is I want to copy um, the instructions or the directions that we want to use, the parameters that we want to use into the caption. So I'm just going to pull this up. This is paste. These are the steps we're going to take to create this. So the first thing is to connect to the HbA1c MySQL database. You can see it's right up there. I've already connected it just to kind of save time while we make this. All right. We want to look at, we want to create a histogram or measure the frequency of distribution of HbA1c values for patients of the Aroostook Clinic. So the first thing, let's just go to the clinic. We're going to drop that into filters. And we're going to select Aroostook. Click apply. Okay. Um, the next is to create a HbA1c bin, and the bins will be used to determine that frequency. And so we're going to go down to HbA1c in our measures, right click on it, create, and you'll see bins. Now the bins are automatically generated, the bin size automatically generated by that distribution. Tableau offers that um, default value, so it automatically calculates how big those bins should be. You are very well able to change the size of those bins depending on what it looks like. But right now, we're just going to, you'll see there's an HbA1c bin. The size of the bins will be just about, zero point 0.6 or 0.589. Click OK. And so now we have our HbA1c bin. We want to bring our bins right over here. You'll see that it's broken out by different size. All right, so now how do we know what the frequency or that distribution is? So we want to go down to our number of records. The number of records in this case is just a calculated field. It just assigns every record a value of 1. And to create that, we can just go to create, calculated field, and we can just do a number 1. All right. I called it number of records, but we could call that lots of different things. We'll just do that. In fact, I'm just going to add an extra space so that it sees it as a new parameter. So our number of records, I'm just going to bring up to our rows. And now you can see that nice little distribution of different HbA1c values. Now, so we have our bins, our automatically generated bins. We can change that if we want to switch our sizes just by going to here. If we wanted to make it, you know, 0.8, click OK, and so on. So you can see a 0.8 size bins. Uh, the next step is let's see if we can break it out by, it doesn't say it in here, but let's break it out by gender as well. So we have our gender just to show a quick visualization. You can see that our gender over here, I'm actually going to move this over there so we can see it right here. So we have our females are blue, our males are orange. We can change those colors pretty easily just by clicking on that little down arrow, edit colors. We want to make males, let's go to colorblind. We want to make males like kind of a light blue. Click OK. Okay, so now we have our males and females. We can also take gender and we can move it up over here. So now we have males and females. And if we bring gender actually back to the color, you'll see this keeps that same blue formatting which we had done before. Okay, spread that out. We have our nice bins, so on and so forth. Okay, the last step is so that's kind of my take on personalizing it. I'm just going to right click on that. I'm going to hide that. So now we have our males and females. And in fact, since we do have our color here, we don't necessarily need it here. So I'm going to hide this as well. All right, so we have our males, females, our distribution for the Aroostook Clinic. Um, let's see. So we have personalized, add a title, provide enough data to capture what's being measured. So our time frame, filters, etc. We do probably should narrow down our time frame. And so we're going to do it based on lab date. So if we put our lab date here, and let's just look at how about years? So we're going to say 16, 15, and 14. So we'll do a nice 3-year value. click apply. You'll see how it changed a little bit in the background. And so we have that value. Now, what we want to do now is um, actually we'll change this, add a title, distribution of HbA1c values for um, males and females. Um, male and female. Let's do that. Male and female patients at the. Actually, I'm just going to do this. Insert. I'm going to do the clinic, and that will actually bring up the Aroostook Clinic, which is pretty handy. And our date range is going to be 2014 to 2016. Period. Okay. Now, one thing that has been kind of handy to do is to change the coloration so that we have our blues set up correct way. Now, there isn't a dark blue, so I'm just going to kind of go to here and see if we can find that blue. Uh, and let's just make it a little bit lighter, kind of get that dark navy blue. Where are you, dark navy blue? I'm going to say right. Actually, let's go straight to big screen color. Okay, click OK, apply. You can see the male and female patients. Now that coloration isn't really the greatest, so maybe we should bring this back to an orange. So I'm going to do orange, apply. So we have male, female. Click OK. We're going to change the gender from here, male, back to orange. Click apply, and here we are. Okay. We have our name, we have our date range, our number of records. This could actually be, we're going to change that from number of records down here to number of patients. Click apply, okay. You can see it's number of patients here, so we can close that out. And there we have it. And that's how you make a histogram. Before we go, there's one last thing I just noticed. We're going to add distribution of HbA1c values for male and female patients at the Aroostook. We're just going to add the Aroostook Clinic. Click apply, click OK. And there we have it. Excellent. Thank you.